It is with great distinction that I introduce Joey Scarpitti, the son of Nancy and Joe, younger brother to Maria and Sarah. In our profession of teaching and coaching, we often find ourselves working with families and students whom have developed a great bond and relationship with. We would consider them to be a large part of our family. It is not often that you actually have a student or player who you have known their entire life and are closer to them than your own family. This would describe my relationship with Joey and the Scarpitti family. Mr. and Mrs. Scarpitti have been great friends for over 15 years. Coach Scarpitti has also been an assistant on our basketball staff for those 15 years. We have seen each other's children go from toddlers into grown adults. It is an honor for me to be able to speak on behalf of Joey Scarpitti, who is as close to a son that a coach could have. I remember Joey being on the bench as a 5-year-old, filling water bottles, gazing into the huddles, helping with anything he could, thinking to myself that I could not wait to coach him. He is a true St. Edward Eagle, wearing the jerseys his entire life, attending every basketball game, camp, or event he possibly could, and then seeing his excitement when he was an 8th grader and about to enter our campus officially. That wide-eyed young man was ready to make a difference and put his stamp on St. Ed's. And boy, did he ever. Joey has been the perfect example of how you go about living the 4 pillars of our Holy Cross mission. Joey's faith is demonstrated constantly and instilled by his parents. He is a regular attendee at Sunday Mass, a Eucharistic minister, and was the student ministry chair that planned and organized Faith Fridays here at school. His faith is mostly demonstrated by the way he treats others and trusts in his coaches, his teachers, and his teammates, which led him to being our assist leader on the basketball team this past year. He has always had faith in others. As a servant leader, Joey has assisted in serving the homeless in the Libre ministry, was on the IB Leadership Council both his junior and senior year, was a student ambassador, one of the best tour guides we have ever seen. And most importantly, as shown by his peers, Joey was voted on to student council and the varsity basketball team captain. When your fellow classmates and teammates vote you into these roles, you know you are a leader. However, the best and most lasting image for me is seeing Joey in the middle of our student sections, in full Eagle gear, leading cheers and getting his fellow classmates involved in the games. The true picture of a leader.
So I remember being at a home football game this fall and looking over at the student section, and there's Joey with his back to the field, like pressed up against the railing, and he is managing the entire student section, right? He's conducting the student section, and when he motions for them to scream and be crazy, they're crazy and they scream. When the band comes on at halftime, he makes a motion for them to be quiet, and they are silent and they listen to the band perform until he tells them that it's time to cheer. And I thought, holy mackerel, like the respect that he commands from his classmates is like something I've never seen. And that's not an elected role, right? You don't have elections for like student section leader. It's something that like organically happens because he really embodies our theme. I mean, he is with them and of them.
The third pillar, excellence, speaks for itself. National Honor Society, Student Council, 4.5 GPA, Forward Scholars Award, Honor Algebra 2 Student of the Year, Honors Spanish 2 and IB Student of the Year, St. Michael's Book Award, and being a Man of the Year nominee. The final pillar is relationships. I can only speak from personal experience. You will have a hard time finding a young man who is more personable, outgoing, caring, and friendly as Joey. I gave him the nickname Giggles this past year because every time Joey tells a story, you will hear him giggling while telling it. He has a hard time keeping a straight face, and yet an easiness about him that makes you feel good, to laugh, and enjoy his company. He has made many great impressions both on older alumni, current faculty and staff, and the future Eagles of tomorrow.
I think of all of those pillars and I think of Joey, honestly. He's so selfless and he just wants to help and he just loves St. Ed so much that like
Mhm.
I just remember it struck me so much because I knew him and I thought he was great. But I remember just like seeing him over and I was like, okay, this kid is special and he really truly loves this place.
Through his faith, leadership, excellence, and relationships, Joey Scarpetti is going to be a huge success in life. He is one of the best examples I have seen of what it means to be an Edsman. And this is why Joey Scarpetti is deserved to be called the St. Edward